Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So we had a demo session in the last demo session, right? Yes, I was just briefing you about Python, right? So just reasons Python was introduced in the year 1989, but all of a sudden Python has got a great boom. Reasons which makes it suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Mm. Why Python is suddenly super popular? Because first thing is very less code is in Python as compared to other programming languages. And also whatever the Python statements, the syntaxes, simple syntaxes given by Python, simple syntaxes given by Python, right? And multi-programming features. In Python, we see multiple programming languages, multi-programming features. And interactive mode given by Python, we can easily interact statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response, right? Interactive mode given by Python, right? Wide varieties of applications, wide varieties of applications we can create by using Python, right? Like web applications, automation applications, animation applications, gaming applications, big data applications, embedded applications, data science applications, networking applications, desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications we can develop. It is mostly used today in implementing different high-end technologies. As a implementation language, it is used, and for writing automation scripts is mostly chosen programming language or mostly used programming language today, right? Python is the number one ranked programming language with a diversified number of applications, creations, and many built-in modules or libraries. One more important, right? It has got many built-in, many built-in libraries, many built-in libraries. It has got nearly 89,300 inbuilt modules. It has got 89,300 inbuilt modules, right? For every domain or every environment, right? It has got modules, right? Yes. One second. So these are the reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Yes. Very less code, simple syntaxes, multi-programming features, interactive mode, wide varieties of applications, many built-in libraries. Mm. Next, you need to know something before I go with the, I'll be going with the technicals of Python. Right, I'm starting from today. It is going to start. Before I go with Python installations, Python execution modes, you need to know something about the Python software foundation. Python software foundation, right? PSF. You need to know something about PSF. Nothing but Python software foundation. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community, devoted towards Python community. It was launched in the year 2001. Main objective of this PSF, right? Objective to foster the development of Python from version to version, right? Foster the development of Python. In the year 2005, PSF received PSF received Computer World Horizon Award, right? Computer World Horizon Award. Mm. The president for this the president for this PSF, the same personality who has introduced Python, who developed Python, right? The same is the president for this, right? Guido van Rossum. Headquarters, where are the headquarters, right? Delaware, use official website of Python, right? www.python.org. Observe this, right? Python Software Foundation. It's a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community. It was launched in the year 2001. Objective to foster the development of Python. The year 2005, it received Computer World Horizon Award as the cutting edge technology. And President Guido van Rossum, headquarters Delaware, US. Official website python.org, right? So before I go with the installation, right, you need to know something about the Python versions. Python versions. The first Python version 1.x was released in the year 1989. Python first version 1.x means 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. The first version in the year 1989. Yes. Python 2.x, 2.x, the two version was released in the year 2000. The three version means 3.1, 3.2, 3.3. The first three version was released in the year 2008. The version what we are using currently is three version, right? Three version, right? Stable version of, okay, latest version of Python. Latest version of Python, Python 3.12. Stable version of Python. Python 3.11, right? 3.11, mostly used version, right? Stable version, nothing but mostly used version. Yes. Now we are going to install 3.12, Python 3.12, right? Yes. Yes, Python installation. So Python installation, right? First, we'll go to official website. What is that? Python.org. Is that python.org? Yes. Within the downloads folder. Okay, I'll just show you. Before that, from the scratch, I'll be showing you how to download Python and how to install Python. Hardly it takes 1 minute. So I'll uninstall this 3.12 version, uninstall, and I'll just show you the downloading and installation of Python. But hardly takes 1-2 minutes. Okay. So Python is going to provide different softwares for different environments, right? For Windows, for Linux, for Mac. For Linux, no need of any installation. No, for Linux, no need of any special installation, right? By default, Python comes as a inbuilt within this Linux, right? Whenever you install Linux, by default, you will get Python also. No need of any installation, right? Within the Linux side. But for Windows and for Mac OS, we need to download and we need to install, especially for Windows, Python providing two softwares. One is 32-bit and one is 64-bit. If your Windows is a 32-bit one, you are supposed to install 32-bit Python software. If your Windows is a 64-bit, right, we need to download 64-bit Python software. So if you're working with older versions of Windows like Windows 7, Windows 8, if you got 32-bit, you are supposed to select 32-bit software. Otherwise, go with 64. How will you check whether you are got 32-bit OS or 64-bit, right? Operating system? Just uninstallation was successful. I'm closing it. How will you check your Windows is a 32-bit or 64-bit? Okay, just go to your file explorer. Go to the file explorer. Right. Here you can see this PC, right? This PC you can see. Right click and say properties. Okay. Clearly it is saying that 64-bit operating system. Clearly it is saying 64-bit operating system, right? If it is showing you 32-bit, you are supposed to download 32-bit Python software. Yes. System type 64-bit. Now open this Chrome browser. Opening this Chrome browser, right? What is the official website of Python? Python.org. Python.org is the official website, right? At the end of the session, I'll be just showing you, right? What are the course content? What is the training? Everything I'm going to discuss, right? 1 second. Yes. Silesh, right? At the end of the session, I'll be showing you what is the course content, what I'm going to discuss, everything, right? Yes. Now, if you go to python.org site, go to this downloads. In the downloads, right? All releases you see. All releases. Hmm. Once you click that all releases, scroll down to the bottom, right? Don't go for active Python releases, right? Don't go for active Python releases. Go for looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release. 3.12.3. April 9, 2024. It was released in the April 9, means almost 20 days ago it was released. So you can see the Python versions from the last 20 years. From the last 20 years, what all the Python versions from June 22, 2001 onwards, right? Like more than 23 years ago, right? Python 2 version onwards, right? All the versions you can see, right? So 3.12.3 is the latest version, right? See the first one. Click the 3.12.3. Yes. Scroll down to the bottom of the page. We'll see files. If you're able to see the files, right? Here it will clearly say Windows installer 64-bit, Windows installer 32-bit. So if it is a 32-bit, select 32. If it's 64, you need to select 64. Yes. And for Mac OS 64-bit universal installer, say Windows installer 64-bit. Yes, your download started, right? Yes. You can see like it's just to 25.5 MB of size. It's just to 25.5 MB of size, right? Yes. Yes. 25.5 MB of size, right? So once this download is done, click the exe file or go to that downloads folder and click the exe file. Yes, you'll get this. See, one thing, if you observe, right, there is a message given by the online team, the DURGASOFT online team. You can see a big message is given about this demo link, course content. If anyone have missed that previous session, right? If you have missed the previous demo session, you can see the demo videos they have given. Demo video. You can go to the video, right? If anyone who have missed the introductory session of Python, and the payment details of the things are posted. Any queries, the contact details of the online team is provided, right? Okay. Now, coming back to this Python installation, download, click that exe file, you will get this window. Once for downloading that Python file, right? You click that exe file. Don't immediately go for installation. At the bottom, you can see add Python to path. Select it. Select adding Python to path. Again, we don't need to set the path manually. Okay. So selecting it, go for customize installation. Go for customize installation. Yes. Documentation, pip, ideally, and to everything are selected. We no need to select anything, right? Everything are pre-selected. Yes. Documentation, pip, all this. Say next. Here also nothing to select. Here it is giving installation location. It gives installation location where you want to install it. installation location, right? It is by default, it is installed in C, users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python, right? By default, the installation location is users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python, instead of all these subdirectories. I doesn't want this big path. Tomorrow, if you want to install any Python modules, or tomorrow, if you want to locate where is your Python available, you need to enter into all these subdirectories, right? So just keep your mouse before this Python, right? And remove all this. Just install Python within this Python 3.12. Python 3.12 folder will be created automatically in the C drive. Yes. And in this within this folder, it is going to get installed. Yes. Just hardly it takes just 30 seconds to install Python. So remove, just I'm installing Python in C drive. Python 3.12 a folder means 3.12 version, right? Folder you are going to get created, in that it is going to get installed. Say install, just that's it. Almost done with the installation, right? So once it is installed, right, let us check whether it is properly installed or not. Yeah, setup was successful, right? I'm closing this. Just say close once it is done, right? Now, let us check whether it is properly installed or not. In the bottom search panel, type CMD to go to the command prompt. Type CMD and say enter, right? Go to this command prompt and just type Python here. That's it. Just type Python. Now, if I say enter, the Python version, what we have installed, that version has to be displayed, and interpreter, Python interpreter has to be opened. Say Python and say enter, right? 3.12.3, 3.12.3, that is the version what we have installed. And can you see these three arrow symbols? That is what the interpreter, Python interpreter, where you can type any valid Python statements. Check it, any valid Python statements, you can interact with Python statement by statement. 3 plus 4. Any valid statements. X has 10, Y has 20. What is X? What is Y? X plus Y. X into 2. X to the power of 2. Right. X square, 10 square, 100. X equal to Ajay. Y equal to Kumar. I'm saying x plus y. Ajay Kumar, it says. Right. So in this way, yes, you can interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. This kind of interaction. Command to locate the Python path. Okay. Do we need to set any environment variables to access from CMD means? Nothing. I didn't set anything, right? Directly you are able to access, right? Only thing is before installing Python, I said select the select that path, add Python path is there that you need to select it. So no need to set manually. Automatically it gets added to the environment variables here. Before installing Python, I said, right, select one box, a small box, checkbox was there, add Python path, right? That option, if you have selected, yes. What is the command to locate the Python path? Okay. So where is my Python install? Okay, first quit. If I want to come out of this, say quit. If I want to come out of this, say quit. Yes. Okay. If you want to check where is my Python installed, where is my python.exe available, just say where Python. Say where Python you say. Where Python. Right. So my Python, I've got multiple versions of Python installed in my system. Python 3.12 is installed, 3.11 is installed, 3.8 is installed. Three versions of Python I've installed, right? So Python 3.12 just now I've installed, right? Where it is available in C drive. There is a folder with the name Python 3.12 in that python.exe. Apart from this, I have also got Python 3.11 that is also available in C drive in Python 3.11 folder. 3.8 version also there in C drive 3. So where Python, right? Yes, it will show where is your Python available, right? Yes. How can we update to next version of Python? So one thing in my system, right? If you observe, you can directly install Python if you have got any version, right? See this P Python, right? Python 3.8, 3.9, 3.10, 3.11, 3.12, right? All these are available in my system 3.8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? So any version of if you already got 3.11, you want to install 3.12, directly you can install it. Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I have one doubt.
Mm.
Actually, here when we are giving the command Python, it is taking directly to the 3.12 version. But I want to work on 3.8 or 3.11. So how can I do that?
See, 1 second. Okay. Whichever version you want to now, run just okay. Go to this Python, right? Python 3.12. Just click this Python 3.12 gets open. The editor shell work by 3.12. If you want to see, just otherwise integrated IDLE, that is where you will be working, right? Which one you want? 3.12 you want, 3.11 you want, 3.8, whichever you want, you select it. That gets open, that shell gets open. Yes. So whichever you want to open, but in the command prompt, the latest whichever you have given the path, that will be opened. The latest installed one and the path, whatever the latest, that will be getting opened, right? But if you want to work with the specific things, we say IDLE, IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, right? So whichever you want, 3.12 or 3.11, whichever you want, that you select it. So 3.11 you select 3.12, 3.12 you get. Yes. Okay. Next. So Python is successfully installed. Right. If anybody working in, okay, go to python.org, downloads, specific release. If you want a specific release, in that go to Python 3.12.3. Go to this Windows. 64-bit. If it is 32-bit, 32-bit, right? Install. If anybody from Linux environment, I said there is no need of installing Python by default whenever along with the Linux, right? You are going to get Python, no need of any separate installation. But still, if you've got older version of Linux, you'll be seeing older version of Python available in it. If you want to update with the latest version within the Linux environment, if you want to update with the latest update with the latest version, right? So you can just everything you do from the root. So you need to say sudo apt-get install Python 3.12, right? Python 3.12. It automatically downloads and installs this latest version of Python within the Linux machine, right? Yes. And for Mac OS, you can just go with the universal installer, right? Mm. Python execution modes. Now see the different execution modes. Two modes of execution mainly. First, like interactive mode. Second is batch mode. Interactive mode and batch mode. Interactive mode, just now I discussed, right? Directly you can type Python statements here, right? Directly you can type statements here. You can interact statement by statement. You can interact here. We directly type Python statements. Here we directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact with the Python. Here we directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact with Python. Advantage of this interactive mode. Advantage of this interactive mode, for example, if it doesn't know about a particular Python functionality, you can just type here and check, right? In the interactive mode, it gives based on that you can easily analyze what is it for. To test the functionalities of Python, advantage is to test the functionalities of Python. And to learn Python. And to learn Python. For the beginners, right? For the learners or beginners, right? Interactive mode works better, right? For testing the functionalities of Python and for learning Python batch mode. Here we write a set of statements, batch of statements within the editors. Here we write a set of statements within the editors or IDEs, right? And save it by using here we write a set of statements within the editors or IDs. Save it by using .py extension and later submit to Python. What are the various editors where we can write the Python code? Various editors within the notepad you can write. Yes. Within the notepad you can write the Python code and create a .py file. Within the edit plus you can write. Within the edit plus you can write the Python code and create a .py file. And vi nano. These two are for Linux environment. These two are for Windows environment. Right, creating a .py file, right? And what are the various IDs? In real time, we use IDs, right? Yes. In real time, we use IDs. Hmm. Integrated development environment. Integrated development environment like PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, Jupyter Notebook. VS Code. We can write it any of this, right? So you may ask why this many IDs for Python? Why not one or two? Python is used for different environments, right? Like for data science, for big data, for web applications, for animations, for gaming, for all this, right? Different environments use different IDs. For example, data science, right, which uses Jupyter Notebook, Spider ID. Even for big data, Spider is preferred, Jupyter Notebook is preferred, PyCharm is preferred, right? And for typical web applications, PyCharm, VS Code are mostly used, right? Among all this, the mostly used ID, PyCharm is the mostly used ID for all, right? PyCharm is mostly used, right? Yes. Yeah. I'll be showing you how to download these IDs, how to install it step by step, and how to write the code and how to execute the code within this IDE, right? Yes. Developing. Once we are done with a little bit of technical content, I'll just show you how to download and how to install this IDs. Developing the first Python application. Developing the first Python application within a editor. Example like Notepad. Open Notepad and type the following Python statements. Observe here, we didn't discuss anything about the Python fundamentals, right? As of now, I'll just take two values and I perform addition arithmetic operations. So I'll take x as 10, y as 20, performing x plus y, printing x minus y, print x into y, print x by y. Yes, addition, subtraction, multiplication. I'll copy this to a separate notepad file. Copy it to a separate notepad file. Hmm. I'll paste it here. Save it. File, save with any name .py extension, right? Yes. The last, like in the last session, just I created a folder for this batch. Python 8 AM batch. Sample1 .py extension. Yes. Okay. I'll save this file as sample1 .py. Now submit this file. Now submit this file to Python as. Go to this command prompt, everyone. Just to go to this command prompt, cmd. Just type Python and just type Python. Don't say enter. If you enter, it will go to the interactive mode, statement by statement interaction. If I want to submit the entire file, no semicolons required. Yes. Ashraf, Muhammad Ashraf, right? There's no semicolon. Okay. Python. Okay. Python and give the path of the file, right? In C drive, Python 8 AM batch. Within this Python 8 AM batch, right? What is that? Sample1 .py. Sample1 .py extension. The file name, in which folder and in which drive, the entire path we need to provide. The entire path give to Python, that's it. And say enter. 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20, 10 by 20. Yes. So, right, give the Python and the entire part of Python, right? Yes. But here, what is your observation? But here, we are writing the code at one place. One second. what is your observation here? We are writing the code at one place, means within the notepad you have written and created a .py file and executing at the other place and executing at the other place where you are executing within the command prompt. But to write and execute at the same place, we have IDLE, Integrated Development Learning Environment, which comes along with Python installation, which comes along with the Python installation. Which comes along with Python installation, using which we can write and execute. We can write and execute at the same place. Using which we can write and execute at the same place. Okay, where is this ideally? How can I open this ideally? And how can I write the code and execute the code, right? Two ways. See, go to this start programs where all your applications are installed. Go to Python 3.12. The first thing what we see here, IDLE. If we click it, Python shell gets opened in this way. 3.12, right? Yes. This is one way. Otherwise, directly in the search, in the bottom search, type IDLE. So which one? 3.12. Ideally for Python 3.12 or 3.11, if you have got multiple versions, which one you want, select it. 3.12 gets opened in this way, right? If you want to interact, interactive mode is available. 3 plus 6. Any valid statements you can type and interact. I doesn't want to go with interactive mode. I want to go with a batch mode. So here, you won't see any run option here. File, new file, if you say, just immediately we'll get this run option. You can write your code here and you can execute the code here itself, right? Yes. Just a sample code, x plus y, x minus y, x into y. Writing the code here itself and executing the code here itself. Save it first, file, save. Until you save the code, you cannot execute that code, right? In Python. 8 a.m. sample2.py. So here itself you can .py, any name you can give with the .py extension. Here itself we are writing the code. Here run module. Run module, right? Yes. 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20. So writing the code here itself and just say run module, it will execute the code, right? 10 plus 20, 10 minus 20, 10 into 20. Understood, right? So you can open this ideally and writing the code here and executing the code instead of going with command prompt. Yes, writing it one place, executing at other place. Right? So later I discuss about IDEs. In real time, we use IDEs like PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, all this I'm going to discuss. Right? Not on a single IDE, I'll be discussing on multiple IDEs. So today, just we have discussed that reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installations, Python execution modes, right? Developing the first Python application within a editor like Notepad. Yes. One second. And 1 second. I'll show you the course content, right? Yes, someone was asking. So we'll in brief, in depth from the basic ground level to the advanced level. There is no prerequisites for this Python. Anybody can update. Anybody can update with Python, right? Yes. With zero programming and non-programming, right? Yes. Aksha, Akanksha, right? Akanksha Saxena, yes. No need of any knowledge. Only thing is being regular to the classes, spending at least 1 2 hours on the practicals daily and interacting in the sessions. I want the sessions to be interactive from tomorrow, right? We'll be dealing with the technical things. So for every statement, for everything I type, you should be responding. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, keep responding, right? Attending the sessions, doing the practicals, and responding in the sessions. See that from the basic level to the advanced level. So everything step by step, everything will be covered. So features, history, applications, features, advantages, versions, installations, flavors of Python. 1 second. About the timing, I'll come back. Python operations, right? Python modes of execution, interactive mode, batch mode, data types, constants, variables, comments, type conversions, right? Operators in Python, different types of operators, arithmetic, comparison, logical assignment. Python IDs, just now I was talking about the IDs, right? Different IDs, Anaconda distributions, Anaconda prompt and navigator. Different IDs like PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, Eclipse. I'm going to show you. Flow control statements in Python, looping statements in Python, strings, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections in Python, lists, tuples, sets, dictionary, functions in Python, different category, arguments type, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword. Okay. Modules in Python, package in Python, exception handling, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts, only the see that class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, constructors, destructors, garbage collector, method overriding, right? Regular expressions in Python, database access. I'll show you the installation of one database, how to download and how to install, and performing different SQL operations and writing Python code. Yes, Python datetime module. Okay, OS module, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closers, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, graphical programming, Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to this data science, Python, Pandas module in brief, Python NumPy module in brief, numerical Python. Yes, yes. So this is what this 30 topics, right? For Python core and advanced. So in brief, in depth, we'll be discussing. The people who wants to go for Python full stack, the entire Python package, Python and its framework of Python, like Django framework for web applications creations. So web frameworks, the Django installation, project architecture, views, templates, models, advanced. Okay, means here nearly you will be developing 15 applications along with me parallelly, right? Yes, in the Django applications. By that you will get that command on that projects. And if it doesn't have knowledge on this HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, UI technologies will be discussed for the people who go for full stack. For developing web page, HTML, CSS, cascading style sheets, JavaScript unnecessary. This will be discussed, and the database MySQL will be covered, right? 1 second. So in the last session, right, I was briefing you about these things, right? So Python, core, advanced, and advanced oriented modules. Python, core Python, advanced Python, and application oriented modules. Nearly we'll be spending for 70 hours, 2 months duration. Right? 5,000 is the course fee, right? It's an offer batch. Okay. And people who go for Python full stack, Python web development, right? Full stack Python. Apart from this Python core and advanced web development UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript to Bootstrap, along with the Django framework with 15 to 20 applications creations, and also one more framework like Flask framework and REST API, MySQL database, and a project. Means, yes. For Python, the course fee is Python. And for all these things, right? This web development, the Django framework, Flask, REST API, MySQL, it also takes 70 more hours, 2 months duration. It's fee is 7,000 for it. Means both duration 140 hours for the total Python, 4 months it takes, 10K. Means if you are going separately one after the other, 5,000 and 7,000, 12,000 is the course fee. But if you are taking the entire package with single payment, it's 10K, right? 10,000, where you will be getting nearly 5 courses in it. Python, core and advanced, UI technologies you'll be getting, the Django framework you'll be getting, Flask framework, REST API, and MySQL. So for all these 5 courses, web UI, Django, Flask, REST API, MySQL, right? The cost is 5,000. For Python, it will be 5,000 if you're taking as a package, right? And if you're unable to spend 4 months time, right? From Monday to Friday, Python sessions. In Saturday, Sunday, there'll be weekend batches, right? For 2 hours on Saturday, 2 hours on Sunday, where you can go with web development, Django, right? So when Python is going, right, your web development, UI technologies, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, these things will be handled. Means this doesn't require any Python knowledge, right? You can go parallelly. So by the time you complete Python core, this HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap gets completed. By the time it starts advanced Python, the Django framework gets started. If you want to go parallel, you can go, yes. So Angular, it's a 2 months course, right? Mohammad Asraf. Angular JS, Angular only, see JavaScript will be discussed. Angular is a separate, again, 2 months course separately, right? It will increase our already, says 140 hours we are spending, right? It will increase the duration of this course, huh? Yes. If you want, you can go separately for that. 1 second, I'll come back to your queries. And let me make it clear about the timings, right? For the first 1 week or 10 days, 1 week it will be, or 10 days it will be at 8 o'clock, the timing of this batch. Later, I said clearly in the last class also, after 1 week or 10 days, it starts at 7 to 8. It will be from 7 to 8, right? Yes. Up to the end of the course. And you'll be getting the video recordings every session, every day you'll be getting the video recordings to your Google Drive. Once you got enrolled, you'll be getting to the Google Drive. Means enrollment means still once this tomorrow also you can attend the session. Everyone, you can attend the session same time at 8 o'clock using the same link. Once the link is changed, right, you'll be getting that into your Google Drives. Meanwhile, they'll be posting here in the chart. You can see in the chart, right, everyone who have missed the previous session, can you see a big message given by the online team? Okay, you can just go through that previous video if you have anyone have missed, and the payment details, contact details of the online team. And whenever you do any payment, right, don't forget to share the screenshot of your payment to the mail ID that is provided in the message, right? DURGASOFT online training @gmail.com. Then only once the link is changed, they'll be forwarding the new link, right? Yes. And you'll be getting the video recording, I said, to your Google Classroom notes, soft copy of the classroom notes. Every day or every alternate day, you will get it. Assignments and tasks, yes, how to build the code and how to. It's Deepthi Pasumarthi, right? It's totally online. It's not an offline, it's totally online, right? So where you will be doing, right? 1 second, I'll come back to your query. And here I said video recordings, classroom notes, assignments and tasks, and a WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussions, right? If you get any error, you can take the snap of it and you can post in the WhatsApp. Anybody can answer, right? I'll be answering it. So these are the offerings. And also I'll deal with big data analytics. I also deal with the big data analytics, right? People, if anyone interested in data analytics, right? So like Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python means there is a package for that big data, right? Where this four will be covered: Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python. PySpark is a very has got great boom in today's market, right? So for this four, the fee structure is 15, which includes the current 2 months of Python course. Python core and advanced will be included in that.
So
Which
total
one?
course how many month?
Which one?
Big data analytics total how many months you need to cover?
Yes, 1 second, 1 second. I'm coming to it. So in that Python 2 months course also is covered in that because PySpark requires Python knowledge. So you can attend any of that my Python batch, either this batch or any other evening batch or morning batch. Means Monday to Friday it will be. But this big data, this is a weekend batch. Only on Saturdays and Sundays it will be because most of the job holders will prefer it. First kept on Saturday and Sunday evenings. Saturday and Sunday evenings, right? There is a demo in this coming Saturday, right? In the evening, you can just attend if anybody interested in that. So it goes for 12 weekends. It goes for 12 weekends. Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux. These are 12 weekends. This Python will go in the weekdays. When Hadoop is going, right, you will be updating with Python and Hadoop parallelly because in Hadoop you don't require any Python knowledge. So both will be updated. One by the time it completes Hadoop, your Python code gets completed. PySpark will be started. So 12 weekends means nearly takes 3 months for this, right? Hadoop. It's a weekend batch. 15K is the fee structure for it. And for full stack Python, I said, right? So you can just go with this. And this is the timings of this Python, right? After 10 days or 1 week, it starts at 7 to 8. So before you go with the payment, I'm saying about this.
Is there any other batch after 10 days or we need to join only 7 to 8 a.m.?
Tomorrow, join at 8 o'clock, right? Up to next 1 week, it will be at 8 o'clock. You will be having class at 8 o'clock. Later, it will be at 7 o'clock, right? Yes.
No, 7 a.m. if I have another class, is it possible in other batches?
Yes, yes. You can also attend in the evening batches also, right? You can also attend the evening batch. Evening, any of my batch you can attend. Once you got enrolled, if you want, if you need to pre-intimate, if you're because of some shift changes or anything, right? If you want to shift to evening or morning batch, you can shift. There is one more Python batch starting at 7 p.m. right in the evening on this Thursday. If anybody wants to go for evening batch, 7 p.m. there is one more evening batch going to start on this Thursday. Okay, fine.
Sir, I have one doubt regarding the course, like full stack. If suppose I am a beginner and I want to take the only Python course, like 1.1, which you have mentioned, but I also want to see the second, like full stack. Then will it be comfortable for me? Because like as I mentioned, I am a beginner. Will it be okay for me to take complete full stack, or how it is? I will not be feeling any difficulty or something like that. I'm just curious about it.
See, one thing, right? Whatever, everything I'll be typing and showing you line by line.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, whatever I discuss, 100% you will be understanding. Python statements look like normal English statements.
Okay.
So they won't you everything whatever we discuss, everything will be understood, right? There is no prerequisites, zero programming knowledge, or without any programming knowledge, you can update with Python. So
Okay, so
that's the reason if you see with Python now, even in the academics in BTechs, right? It is introduced in the BTech first year itself. There is no prerequisites for it.
mhm.
Yes. Yeah, there is no prerequisite that you need to have knowledge on any other programming. No, you can easily understand clearly, point to point, everything I'll be discussing step by step, right?
So full stack also it will not create any problem for me if I take 4 months
No,
course, right?
no. Full stack will be much more easier than this
Okay.
because in full stack we have got a Django framework, right? Yes, even if you talk, no need to write the code itself. Everything, the code also will be generated automatically, right? We need to make the necessary changes according to that. .py files, the Python files will be created automatically, right? We no need to create it also. That much flexible options given by the framework Django, right? That's the reason at a rapid speed you can develop web application with very less coding. 100 lines of Java code, you'll able to write within 15 lines here in Python. 15 lines of Java code, we can write within 3 to 4 lines in Python. That's much simple coding and very less code is involved. Not a worry, everything you'll be understanding, right? Yes. Only thing is regularity to the sessions and just doing at least spending 1 hour for the practical part. So, and you need to interact in the sessions. Everyone, you are supposed to just respond during the sessions, right? From tomorrow session you just attend once, right? You will see how the sessions will go. Tomorrow you can attend the sessions. Tomorrow I'll be just going with the technical parts. For every statement, you people will be responding, right? Yes. Yeah.
Okay, sir. So, you were mentioning like I need to share the screenshot on the mentioned mail ID. I am not seeing any mail ID in the chat.
In the
Only GPay number is
before that, before the GPay number, right? You can see in a bold letters they have given in bold can you see before the GPay number, right? Go up,
yeah,
go up,
this
go up,
one's
go up.
mail.
Please send the screenshot of payment receipt for confirmation, right? Have you seen it?
Dispatch. Demo link is there. Python. Take Python. No, I'm not seeing any link.
See, can you see
Yeah.
it?
I got it. I got it. DurgaSoft online training at
Yes,
Gmail.
yes,
Yeah.
at gmail.com, right? Yes.
Okay, sir.
So
So if I'm doing phone pay also, still I need to send the screenshot, right?
anything, any from any source, right? You need to do it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Sir, hello.
Yes.
If I opted for the full stack, so what kind of web applications you will explain from end to end, like UI to backend?
So interactive web applications creations, right? MVT architecture will be following. E-commerce projects, e-commerce applications. These things will be discussed mostly.
The UI will be generated in like front end. What technologies you are going to use?
This one, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
HTML in brief, it will be discussed. CSS, cascading style sheets, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. This will be discussed, right?
No, I just want to know, like, I was curious, like, to know now we are going with the standalone applications, a single page applications, right? So, do you use any single page application at the front end UI like Angular or React?
Say, no. Angular, all this we won't be in this part of this course, right? Angular JS, React JS, all again, they are separate courses of 2 months each. React JS of 2 months course, Angular JS of 2 months course that are not included in this. Okay. So you'll be given knowledge on this JavaScript, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. Okay.
Mm,
If you want to have knowledge on that, you need to go separately for it. Okay, fine. Some queries was asked, right? I have just completed, yes, Money Abhiram. I have just completed your, okay, can we have classes at a slower pace? Yes, as it was a demo session, I was speaking, right? But normally it goes, normally, yes, if based on your response, right, the session speed will be. So each and everything, point to point, I'll be typing in and I'll be showing you, right? So it will be, sessions will be going in that manner. It's a normal batch. That's why I said it's 70 hours, right? It's not like 45 hours course, right? Like other training sites. We'll be spending time, yes, with multiple working examples, right? Yes. So tomorrow also, that's why you can attend the session same time at 8 o'clock using the same link, everyone. Yes, sir. To the right. APS, REST APS are covered as part of this batch. Yes, Deepthi, right? Offline classes for framework batch. Offline, see one thing for this web development, right? The Django web applications, I said 15 to 20 applications, right? So you people, you will be doing along with me parallelly, whether you will be logging with the two, either through mobile phone and through systems. One you'll be watching in one, and the other one you'll be doing parallelly along with. So here, Django applications creations, you see in the previous batches. What are the applications like my project 1, my project 2, 3, 4, like 15, more than 15, like depends upon that batch. 15, more than 15 to 20. Any batch you take, right? My applications, creations, projects, the Django apps too. So you can see for this batch nearly 25 it is covered. Yes. So in this way, right? And clear notes for each and everything will be given, right? Step by step. For all of you will be getting output for these applications. Once, if anybody getting error, you will be sharing the screen for this, especially for this applications creations. If any errors are there, you'll be sharing the screen, right? In Zoom, we have got the option to share the screen, right? Yes. Fine. Any other queries, right? Anyone? So Akanksha, the timing will be at first 1 week it will be at 8, later it will be from 7 to 8. Yes. And one more thing, regular to the sessions, and every session, people who are from zero programming knowledge, every day you need to spend that time with the practicals, try to explore and try to experiment it, right? By changing the inputs. Okay. So yes. So tomorrow everyone can attend the session same time using the same link. We see more on this, right? Technicals of Python I'll be starting with, right? Yes. So if I'm done with the queries. Total full Python full package, if you can go with full Python package, right? Where you will be having, because Python is just a language you are learning here. Python core and advanced, just it's a language, right? So total implementation you'll be learning in the framework part. Yes, Madhu, right? Still that sessions link is not changed, right? Link is not changed. So even when the link changes, you'll be getting that new link, Mr. Madhu, right? Otherwise, the contact details are there, right? You can contact them.
Okay, but it is still asking like every time I shared, they're asking the screenshot a couple of times. I share the couple of times and I send the mail. Again, they're asking the screenshots. I don't know what happening is.
No. Still once,
No,
one
because
thing,
I'm
one thing, right? One thing, right? So I said there'll be a WhatsApp group. Students facing any problem, right? There's a WhatsApp group where you'll have direct interaction with me. So once this link is changed, once you'll be in contact with me up to the end of the course. They have nothing to do with the office, right? With those people.
okay.
So direct.
Why
Okay.
why I'm asking like my time.
But the thing is, still we are going with the sessions, right? We are giving some more sessions for the students, not like 1 hour sessions. So tomorrow also I'm asking to attend the students with the same link. Once the link is changed, mostly like that. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, you people can attend the sessions. From later, the link is going to change. Once the link is changed, everybody will be getting the links, right? To that whatever mail ID. With whatever mail ID you are forwarding that screenshot, to the same mail ID, you are going to get the videos. And to that same mail ID, you will be getting the notes, everything, right?
Okay.
Yes,
because I'm
yes,
I'm in
yes, yes, yes,
I'm different time zone. I'm in US.
yes, yes.
That's why I don't like.
Not a thing, not a thing. Once a WhatsApp group is created, right? Once it is
Okay.
created, you don't feel anything directly. You can anything is there, you can just give a message in that, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Videos, right? As of now, you can see in the chart, right? The videos of the previous session. You can just take that link. But once this link is changed, you'll be getting the videos to your Google Drive and the notes to your mail IDs, right? Yes. Fine.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
So I'm stopping for now if I'm done with the queries, and we'll continue tomorrow. Yes. Thank you all for your time. Yes. Bye.